rise up. Dress me like a lamb for the slaughter, pour me in your cup. Should've known we'd bring trouble, and trouble gonna find you here. Trouble. I was one way when you found me, I was not the one you see. And the only thing that happened was the stranger in between. And you can say your eyes are open, you might think your hands are clean, till the wind blows in, the dirt kicks up in ways you've never seen. Yeah, trouble. Yeah, trouble. Use me till I'm scraping the bottom, make my well run dry. Shake them coins, I know where you got them. Kiss me bye. Should've known we'd bring trouble, trouble gonna find you here. Yeah, trouble. I was one way when you found me, I was not the one you see. And the only thing that happened was this stranger in between. You can say your eyes are open, you might think your hands are clean, till the wind blows in, the dirt kicks up in ways you've never seen. Yeah, trouble. Yeah, trouble. Trouble ain't bad, bad is good. I said trouble ain't bad, bad is good. Oh yeah, you make a little trouble if you understood. You know trouble ain't bad if the bad is good.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. We are live. I'm talking to you from Texas right now. And I'm actually on the Salvation Army property. This is where we are going to be filming season 3, which we're going to be doing sometime next year. I don't have an exact date for you. I know that right now I am no longer Dallas Jenkins, the friend, Dallas Jenkins, the person that you might want to get to know. It's Dallas Jenkins who might have information on season 3. That's all that people seem to care about in my life right now. But in the meantime, we've got this great Christmas special that I'm going to be talking about tonight. We've got so many fun things for you tonight. I've got people in this room right now ready to give you a bunch of fun stuff and talk about some discounts, all that great stuff. My wife and kids are here in the room right now. They will be out in just a few minutes. But first things first, I want to let you know that you are seeing comments come up on the screen as I talk. And in the chat, especially if you are on YouTube, we have the capability of bringing on some of those comments. Now, here's the thing. Tonight, you're only able to comment on YouTube if you are subscribed to our channel. Okay, so if you want to talk, if you want to ask a question, if you want to say something cool, whatever it is, you have to be subscribed to our channel. So go ahead and do that if you have not yet. This kind of allows us to keep out some of the spam and some of the craziness that comes when there's so many chats going on, comments going on at once. But I'm seeing right now people saying where they're watching from. So keep doing that, because when you comment, it activates the algorithm on YouTube and it tells everyone, this is a great video to watch, you should watch it. And then it gets it in front of more people's eyeballs, and then they come on. And we've got lots of people who've discovered The Chosen or come to a live stream because of your comments. And even if you just type in the number 1, that just gets things going and it gets it in front of more eyeballs. So I'm seeing all that. So I really appreciate that. Marlene Hubble gets us started right off by saying, I want your shirt. And she's got 4 exclamation points. Guess what? This shirt is now available for the first time ever. A teal against the hoodie, against the current t-shirt is now available. That is why I'm wearing it. And so right now you can go get it at thechosengifts.com. Now, another thing is there's going to be a lot of questions coming tonight. So right now, in actually just a couple minutes, I'm going to be bringing on Matt Maher, one of my favorite musicians in the history of humans. And I'm also going to be bringing on We the Kingdom and Cain and Leanna Crawford and Phil Wickham. And if you've got questions for them, if you want to have a better chance of getting a question answered, you do what's called a super chat. Now, super chat is it's at the bottom of the chat box, and you can see there's usually is it a money symbol, Julie, like that they'll see. And what that does is you're actually paying a little bit to our YouTube channel. It's a way to, like Shelly. Wow, Shelly, I just saw her. $100 from Shelly HK. Thank you so much, Shelly. That's so generous of you. And what that does is 2 things. 1, it will increase your chances of getting your question answered. But number 2, I'm not trying to be crass about it. I'm not saying you give us money, I'll answer your question. We're going to answer other questions as well. It just allows us to filter them out. Now, why is super chatting kind of cool? Well, it supports our YouTube channel. And what do we do with that money? So a lot of the times with pay it forward or gifts like that, the gifts you're buying tonight goes towards production, goes towards us keeping the lights on, goes towards all this equipment. With super chats, we actually take all that and we give them to the actors and we give them to crew. And we like to give these bonuses every now and then to thank them for their hard work. So when you do that, that goes solely to cast and crew. Okay. So when you are super chatting, just know that we take all of it and we give it. We don't take any of it for ourselves. So everything else we take, for production and keeping the lights on, but super chats go directly to the cast and crew. So I know that you love that opportunity to thank them directly. Okay. So what I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to take like 2 or 3 minutes to tell you all of our new gift items so that you can know what you're going to go look for at thechosengifts.com, knowing that you're going to get 20% off everything in the store, and anything that has teal on it, like this t-shirt, or, we got a new beanie, for example, this has teal on it. Gosh, so many things have teal on them. If it has any amount of teal, it's 25% off from now until midnight on Tuesday. This is our like early Black Friday sale. We're kind of calling it Teal Tuesday, but today's Sunday. So from now until midnight on Tuesday, 20% off everything, 25% off anything that has teal in it at thechosengifts.com. www.thechosengifts.com. Matt Maher is coming on in just a couple minutes. I'm not going to ask him to sing the jingle for 2 reasons. 1, I wouldn't ask him to do that. And 2, it makes me look awful. So I'm going to take you real quick through all of our new items so that you know what to look for when you go to thechosengifts.com. All right. Yes, we have the 2022 calendar. All right. The 2022 calendar is here. I know some of you are going crazy because you've been asking for it, but like, look at this. Each month has different beautiful pictures, and we don't do these calendars just to promote The Chosen. Each of them has a Bible verse that goes along with the picture. And lest I sound like a pitch person trying to just sell you stuff, this is all about impact, right? And of course, as I always say, all of the the money that comes from the gifts goes towards actually like producing things and having actually a show to put on. Yay! The kids' books. The Jesus Loves Little Children kids book is back. It has been out. It sold out so fast. It took a long time. The supply chain, as you all know, has gone crazy and delayed everything, but it's back. And now we have a new kids book, The Shepherd, based on the original short film that started it all. Okay, I'm going to go through this quickly. I'll talk about them more later. Okay, we have a comic book. Yes, a series of comic books. This is perfect for people who have not seen the show yet. Perfect way in, especially for teenager or Gen Xer or Gen Z. I can't even keep track of them anymore. But these are extraordinarily popular, and it's actually taken right from the reflection is hiding it. Here we go. So that's book 1, and like here's book 2. See, comic books, one coming out per month, and the first one is out now. Okay. Season 2 soundtrack is here. just came out a couple days ago, and it's actually available on CD for those of you who are old school. It's also available on digital. Everywhere you get your music is a season 2 soundtrack. We have got a pant load, a cavalcade, a cornucopia of beanies that are back. So here's the normal one, but look at these. Like, we've got Come and See. We've got different colors. So go check it out. I'm not going to show all the colors now, but you can check out all these colors. Kristen, come out here real quick. Kristen's actually wearing a new one. This is Kristen Lagour of Chris and Chris.
Hey.
She's like the super fan who's now one of our hosts who represents you. Just wanted to show you one of her.
This
Look
is a blue one.
It's like gradient.
Mm-hmm.
And what else is she wearing?
Oh boy.
Look what she's wearing.
People must know it's a hoodie.
The people must know hoodie, shirts, and long sleeve shirts just in time for you to wear them to the theater. So when you go to the theater, you can be wearing your People Must Know hoodie. And
they're super comfy, just by the way.
They are super
Really
comfy. What else am I missing? Puzzle. Yes. Come bring it out here, actually. This is actually a...
Oh my gosh.
Almost came out. This is a like wooden, like hardwood puzzle. It's really, really cool. And I'm going to talk more about that later.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see, kids' books, comic book, beanies, teal. I think I got everything, right, Julie? The calendar, but those are the new items. Then the chosen novel is now actually $12, 20% off everything, 25% off if it's got teal in it. And the painting, real quick, I want to make sure that if you weren't here on the last live stream, 3 different sizes of this unbelievable You Are Mine painting. See that? Thank you, Julie. And then the bigger one is actually behind me on the wall. Okay. So Tammy says, I want the teal hat. You can have the teal hat, Tammy, at thechosengifts.com. All right. There was a question I saw earlier, Julie, were they asking about that before I bring Matt on? Live events. What was the question?
Are we going to be doing live events?
Are we going to be doing live events? Okay. That's, yeah, someday, maybe. All right. I'm going to bring on Matt Maher. Matt, can you come on? Let's see if we can bring Matt on right now, because there he is. Matt, can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Great. Matt Maher, I want you to know, is I refer to him as my worship spirit animal. Several years ago, I first discovered some of Matt's songs, and I don't know that I have ever, and I mean this, I don't know that I've ever sung one of your songs, Matt, all the way through, because invariably I'm going to cry. And some of your songs have impacted me greatly. They have changed my life. They have brought me through difficult times. Your song, I Need You, is one that I just sang on my knees with my hands up for a very long period of my life. And you've got Christmas songs that are always unique and special. And so before anything else, I just want to thank you. And I've told you this in person, but I just want to thank you for listening and for the using your gifts, because it has not only made me draw closer to God, it has made the show, The Chosen, better. So thank you, first and foremost.
Oh, thank you for saying that. Okay, just to lighten the mood a little bit, also, because I don't like this as much attention on myself, I have to confess something. So since the day that we met on the phone, you have mispronounced my last name. But because I love you so much and I love this show and I have so much respect for you, I've never said anything. But then someone was literally in the chat was like, can you please ask him how to pronounce his last name? So this is good entertainment. So it's Mar, like car. Oh, yes.
Okay.
It's
Well, my
totally
name is Dallas. It's not Dallas. So you've been getting it wrong too. So Matt Maher, I'm so sorry. I'm so humiliated.
Bro, it's no,
Right.
don't. It looks confusing. I've heard everything, and I'm like, I'm just happy people want to say my name. So I'm happy with whatever.
Well, thank you for correcting me, especially in front of thousands of people. I really appreciate that. You didn't want to do it when we were talking off camera. You want to do it now? That's awesome. Appreciate that so much. So let's shift gears. Let's shift gears real quick. Okay. You are on this year's Christmas special. You were on last year's Christmas special.
Yes.
And this year you're singing one of my favorite Christmas songs that you've ever done, because you have such a beautiful rendition of it. Tell us what you have brought to the Christmas special this year.
Yeah, so it's an arrangement of Hark the Herald Angels Sing. So it's one of my favorite Christmas hymns. You know, I always say there's two kinds of Christmas songs. There's like songs that capture sort of the modern kind of post-50s, post-war, Americana Christmas, but then there's these amazing carols and hymns that have just the truth of the incarnation in them, and this is one of my favorites, and in particular, this arrangement was inspired by growing up in Newfoundland, Canada, which is like, it's very Celtic, and so I wanted to try to capture some of that spirit, particularly around the Christmas season, because Christmas for me growing up was it was a joyful time, lots of family, lots of friends, a lot of singing. And so wanted to try to me, every time I've heard this carol, I've always thought, man, this is a rowdy song.
Yeah.
Hark the herald angels sing. Angels are singing. To me, it's just, it evokes the image of like, what did that feel like, that sound when shepherds heard angels singing? So
yeah. And so often we sing some of these Christmas carols so formally, and stiff backs, and we're looking at a hymnal, and the title of the song has an exclamation point in it. I mean, it's such a fun song, and you bring so much joy to it. And then you added like a chorus to it, right? You honor the original spirit of it for sure. And so if you love that song, you're going to hear that song, but then you've added something else. What kind of prompted that?
Well, I think it was just sort of the idea of a kind of a bit of a breather, and also maybe a little bit more of a colloquial kind of a loosening of it. Like what you said is perfect. It's like you have these images of wearing a sweater, and you're too hot, and it's Christmas Eve, and you're holding onto a hymnal, and so to me, it was just sort of trying to emphasize the point again of this kind of rowdy, raucous celebration of the birth of Jesus.
Yeah. So how did you get connected to us? I mean, I just talk briefly, if you can, about The Chosen. Last year I saw a comment of yours on Instagram, and you were saying something positive about it. And I don't remember how I got it connected with you. I think it was through a mutual friend, Pat Lencioni, but what was your first experience with The Chosen, and how did you kind of come on board with us here?
Well, I mean, I think it was like everyone else. I think in particular during COVID, it was word of mouth. A friend of mine told me, "Hey, have you watched the show yet?" And then a former nanny said the same thing. She's like, have you seen this show yet? And it's very much, like that hoodie, but the message of the show, people must know. And so I think for me as a songwriter, I've always had an active imagination when it comes to the scriptures. I see the gospel. I don't just hear it. I imagine I've always imagined what was it like. And so to finally have a visual aid as a songwriter, but just as a believer, it's so inspiring.
Well, I so appreciate that. I don't know if you can see this comment from Cindy Johnson. She says her 19-month-old grandson loves, and she calls it, and all the people say amen. Is she just referring to that song, Amen?
Well, there's another song called All the People Said Amen, because I love certain words apparently a lot. So I tend to repeat myself.
Yeah. And real quick before I let you go, where are you right now? You're backstage somewhere.
I'm at the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee. So I got a request, last minute request, to come be a part of a variety show called Tokens. And you can never say no to a request to sing at the Ryman Auditorium. So they call it Mother Church here. So it literally used to be a church. So going to be part of the Thanksgiving variety show, and actually going on stage in about 15 minutes. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. Listen, you're watching right now. I'm telling you, if you have not listened to Matt Maher, it's not Maher. I don't know who was saying Matt Maher, but whoever it was needs to learn a lesson. But Matt Maher, I'm telling you, he has, just look him up and just start going through some of his songs. It will impact you greatly, like it has me. And make sure you come to the Christmas special theaters. Oh, I wanted to mention this, Matt, you are actually going to be on December 1st at the Madison Theater in Nashville.
Yes, AMC Theaters. Yeah, it's in Madison, Tennessee, which is just north of Nashville. AMC, I think it's Classic 10. I'm going to be there, which, for my theater debut. So,
so
and I just want to say,
oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say the Christmas special is out in theaters December 1st through the 10th, and
Yes.
Matt is going to be at that specific theater. The screening that you're currently going to be at is at 6:45, and so people can just say hi to you and meet and
Yeah.
greet, and then go get those tickets now if you haven't. Colin, you
Yes.
can put up that link at thechosen.tv/Christmas. But just look up the Chosen Christmas special, and you look at that AMC Madison, and they'll be able to see you there. But anyway, go ahead. What you're going to say?
No, I just wanted to say thank you so much for reaching out to so many artists, but me specifically, and allowing me to be part of this. It's just such a special thing, and you're being an amazing steward of such an important story. So I just wanted to say thank you so much.
Oh, well, that means everything, especially coming from you. So thank you, Matt. We'll see you soon, brother. And make sure you check Matt out in Christmas special this December. So talk to you soon.
All right. Take care. Bye.
All right. Yes. Melissa says, love Matt Maher. God bless. Yeah, Matt is awesome. And I'm telling you, you're going to love his song on the Christmas special. In just a minute here, I'm going to bring on We the Kingdom. I actually don't know how many of the kingdom of we are going to actually be joining us. I've been talking primarily to Ed Cash, their extraordinary patriarch, and I'll be bringing him on in just a minute. But I just wanted, because they're actually going to be performing in a concert here in just a minute as well. So just to do a quick recap, if you go right now to thechosen.tv/Christmas, that's up along the bottom, that's where you can get tickets and get all your questions answered about, thank you, Susan, by the way. Thank you, Susan, for the $10. It's going to go to cast and crew. But if you, you're going to see a lot of questions answered there as well. Like so many theaters sold out, but they have been adding more screenings, more theaters, more dates. So it's now December 1st through 10th instead of just December 1st and 2nd. Records have been shattered with Fathom events for this project. Annette asks, is the painting on sale as well? Yes, it is, Annette. The painting, the You Are Mine painting, the one that's behind me, that's a big version. There's a medium version and a small version, capturing what so many have described as the most powerful moment in the show. But it's a moment that I think works because as a painting, because it's not just The Chosen. In fact, this moment, this painting could exist even if The Chosen didn't. It's just an amazing way for you to connect. Jane Chipser asks, is there going to be a CD for season 2's music? Well, such a good question. Yes, the season 2 soundtrack is in CD form. It's also in digital form, so you can get it wherever you get your music. But it's also in CD form, and that's at thechosengifts.com. Go ahead and put that up. Colin, if you wouldn't mind, please. www.thechosengifts.com. It's 20% off everything, and including free shipping. So I'm going to bring on, I see in backstage, I'm going to bring them on now. So who am I getting to talk to from We the Kingdom? Do I get how many of them?
All of us, brother.
Oh, yes. Well, right now they're not seen. I can't see you.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Well, we've tried several times to get the camera thing going, and I don't know why it's not working. We've literally for 10 minutes been trying to make it happen. So,
Colin, have you been texting them? Do you have any tips? Have they been?
Do they have Chrome? Are they allowing Chrome to use their?
Are you allowing Chrome to use your camera, Ed? Like when you, like, are you what browser are you on?
we're actually on a phone because it was the best internet that we had backstage.
We can be on.
But we can be on Chrome in 5 seconds.
Well, try that too, just in case. And Colin, have you been texting Ed?
Yeah.
So while
give us 1 second and we'll be right back.
Yeah, he's working on the camera.
oh, I see you.
There we go.
Hey!
Hey.
All right.
What's happening, brother? Whoop, just smacked my daughter in the head.
All right. So why don't you real quick just introduce yourselves just one by one, and because this is We the Kingdom, but I want to make sure they know who we is.
What's up? I'm Andrew.
I'm Scott.
Ed.
I'm Franny.
I'm Martin.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So I saw We the Kingdom. I went to the K-Love Fan Awards, and my family was with me, and there was a kind of a pre-concert before the awards, and I hadn't actually, like, I'd heard one or two of We the Kingdom songs, but I didn't know quite who they were. And we walked into the room and they were performing, and all of us looked at each other with our mouths dropped, going, "Who is this and what is happening?" This band, and immediately we were like, we got to get them on the Christmas special. So this band exploded onto the scene just a couple of years, like not that long ago with a couple of extraordinary songs. Ed has been writing some of the greatest worship songs of all time for about 300 years. In fact, some of the hymns in your hymn book were probably written by Ed Cash. If you look at the liner notes, that's how long he's been around. But you guys have come
I
together to
appreciate
form
you
this
taking
band.
me like that.
Yeah, well, you know, I love you.
He's pretty old. He's pretty old, man. He's about 300 is about just right.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So why don't you real quick, I don't know if you guys know this, if you've checked out any of the Christmas special just yet, but you guys are the first ones up in the Christmas special. So when we show the Christmas special, the first song that they're going to hear is from We the Kingdom. And can you just share what you guys brought to the Chosen Christmas special?
Absolutely. So we worked on a song called Silent Night, which is, maybe you've heard of it before.
It was written around the same time that Ed started writing songs.
Yeah, Ed actually wrote it.
Yeah, I wrote the original Silent Night. I wish. Yeah, we've always loved that song. I feel like it's got such a beautiful, worshipful spirit about it. But also, we were excited to have like a response to that. To when you hear that story, you're like, oh my gosh. And I think the proper response is just worship, you know? So, and the word holy just came to us like, man, we really want to just focus on that silent night, holy night, you know, what it really means. And watching that special, gosh, we just watched it in Dallas. It is incredible, brother. Like, praise God, man. I love the words that came to me was, it's like the collision of the ordinary and the spectacular. You know, where it's just so wonderful because you're like, hey, this is just a birth, which happens every day, but this is not just a birth. Like, this is the birth of the Savior of the world. And I really feel like the just messiness and the humanness, but the holiness of all of that was just incredible. So,
oh, well, I appreciate that. I'm glad you guys got a chance to see it, and you got a chance to see you starting off the night with your song. And like Ed said, they added a chorus to it that's just pure worship, and you guys got a chance to do it with the One Voice Children's Choir. Can you talk about how that came together? Because they came out in the music video and were singing that chorus with you.
Yeah, it was such a special thing. I can't remember exactly the conversations. We were talking to Tanner, and when we recorded the song, we had Maverick City sing on it. And so we imagined that chorus always having a choir. And so when the opportunity to do it with One Voice came up, man, we were just elated, and it was so special. Those kids worked so hard that night and stayed till I think 1 a.m, you know? They were like 6-year-olds just hunkered down and doing it. It was, I think all of us would say that was one of the most memorable, magical evenings that we've had as a band. Honestly, we will never forget it. It was incredibly special.
Well, that's awesome. And it's captured, you know, and that's the thing about the Christmas special. And you guys have had a chance to see it now is there were lots of moments like that on the set, and capturing them in that extraordinary place in Utah, and telling the story of this extraordinary birth that changed the world 2,000 years ago. I'm so honored that you guys were part of it. You guys have just meant so much to my family and me, just even in the last 6 months, just listening to your music. And so many people are commenting in the chat about how much they love We the Kingdom. So you guys have some fans already and are acquiring new fans as we speak. So I appreciate it. Real quick, why don't you share with me what you're doing right now? You're backstage, and I know you have to go here soon. What's going on?
So first off,
Only 2 of
we
us
have
can hear you,
one.
so we're passing AirPods around.
Yeah, we literally.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
He
He just said, "What are we doing right now? Where are we?"
Okay, so we
What's about to
are
happen?
on the Zach Williams Rescue Story Tour. This is our second to last show. We started pretty much right after we got to come visit y'all in Utah and do this whole thing, and so we've been on it for a really long time. It's been 40 days, but it's been such an amazing time, an amazing experience. So we're wrapping it up, and we're out here in Billings, Montana. It's actually my first time in Montana. It's beautiful out here.
It's not too late to buy a ticket.
We'll take you on a tour real quick just to show you kind of where we're headed.
Absolutely.
So here we go. So we're backstage.
There might be some people starting to gather.
Nice. This is the Zach Williams tour. That is sweet.
So we're in a theater and people are kind of gathering for the show.
That's awesome. Now, real quick, before I let you guys go, you are going to be on December 2nd at the AMC Bellevue 12 in Nashville for the Christmas special. So you'll come out to that theater. People afterwards will get a chance to say hi to you. but I think you're right now at the 6:30 showing, but at the AMC Bellevue 12 in Nashville, if you're in that area and you want to see We the Kingdom on December 2nd, go check it out. And we'd
love to meet you.
Yeah. So we're just getting tons of great comments. So thank you so much for stopping by. I'm gonna let you go do your whole performing thing. I'm sure you got better things to do. But you guys are awesome. And I can't wait for people to see you kick off the Christmas special here in December. So
Love
thanks,
you, brother.
guys. Yeah,
Thank you so much.
So much for having us.
Have a fantastic
Awesome.
night.
Loved it.
Yep. Talk soon.
Thank you, man.
All righty. So apparently Karen Waybright did a super chat of $500. Thank you so much, Karen. That is so generous of you. And as I mentioned, that is going to go to cast and crew. Now, I wanted to mention this is don't go anywhere, because not only do we have more artists coming up, we not only have my family who's here, Amanda and the kids, but we also have a brand new scene from The Chosen new episode. You know, the one that We the Kingdom has talked about that they watched and they said it was the ordinary with the extraordinary, or the spectacular, something like that. The brand new Christmas episode that we did, we have a new scene that we are going to show you. So do not go anywhere. Okay. So I want to give you this quick recap very fast before I bring out Cain, because Cain is coming on in just a couple minutes. Cain, one of my favorite new bands over the last 2 years. So real quick, I'm going to go through this again. At thechosengifts.com, everything is 20% off. Even the things that have deals already, like bundles. Like, for example, there is a bundle where you can get the new Chosen. This is the return of the Chosen kids book, Jesus Loves Little Children, and then this is the new one, the Christmas one that's based on the Shepherd. That my wife, wrote this, and so I'm gonna bring her out here eventually to talk about it. But these, you can buy them at the same time and get a little discount, in addition to the 20% discount that's already there. 25% off everything that has teal in it. So, for example, this has teal on it. So everything that has teal, including my T-shirt, is 20% off, 25% off, and it's just now until like midnight on Tuesday. So we've got the comic book. There's a brand new comic book, one issue per month, starting this month. This is the first one. It's in the store. This is episode 1, and this is especially for those who haven't seen the show yet. If you've got kids, if you've got friends who are comic book nerds, this is a great way to kind of bring them into the show. And each month a new issue will come out. Yes, the Chosen calendar, the 2022 calendar is here. Look at these images, and we've got a Bible verse that goes along with each image, because this is not just about looking at pictures. Okay, the end game is not the show. The end game isn't just trying to promote the show. The end game isn't even just trying to use the finances from when you buy these gifts. When you buy these gifts, yes, it goes towards production. Yes, it goes towards allowing us to make more movies and more episodes and more seasons. And yes, it allows us to keep the lights on, because we don't have a studio backing us. We don't have some big network writing a check to keep us going. This is you. And so when you do this, this is how we're able to do it. This is how we're able to produce. However, it's really about things like this, these verses. And there's in each month of the year, we actually have a prayer prompt, and we tell you a member of the crew. Last year it was the cast. This year it's the crew who to pray for. So for example, month of August, this month, pray for Adam Drake, our assistant director. Okay. Each month has something like that. Okay. So the season 2 soundtrack is out on CD for those of you who know what CDs are. And it's also available digitally. We've also got a ton of, I'm not going to wear this because it's not really the most masculine beanie in the world, but got new beanies. Come and see, just check them all out. They're different colors, a veritable cornucopia of delights when it comes to the beanies. And I want to see you, if you come to the theater for the Chosen Christmas special, hopefully you will be wearing something like this. People Must Know. The new Chosen hoodie and t-shirt and long sleeve shirt and women's v-neck and all of that is now available. The People Must Know hoodie is and t-shirt and all that is here, and you can wear it to the theater, because that is the whole theme of the Chosen Christmas special is People Must Know. We also have the puzzle. You got that puzzle there, Kristen Lagour, Kristen from Chris and Chris fame, like Vanna White, showing you the Chosen puzzle, hardwood pieces. It's really, really cool. And it has this little display that you can set it on. That's awesome. And then what am I missing? Anything else? Julie, you got rid of some of those on there. So the painting, your mind painting. I'm not going to go any further because I'm going to bring on Cain. Let's see him. Logan, Taylor, Madison. Yes.
We have been hyping you up. Like, this is the best episode of QVC I've ever seen. Like, I always want to see you trying on merch. It's so good.
I want it all.
Hi! Oh my gosh!
All right. So
photobombing because we had to see you.
They love you so much.
We love you. I love you guys.
All right, so that's my daughter Maya and my wife Amanda, who just couldn't help themselves. They had to say hi to the Cains, who are awesome. So let me tell you real quick about the Cains. I learned about the Cains a couple years ago because they posted this awesome Instagram photo wearing Chosen gear. In fact, they were wearing, one of them was wearing like one of the hoodies that my kids are wearing. And what was your line, Logan? It was something like, this is so comfortable. It feels like, well, you said.
This hoodie is so comfortable. It feels like it's made out of answered prayers.
Yes. So I immediately was like, okay, who is that? And I dug in deeper and I was introduced to the Cain world. And here's the beautiful thing. I happen to also love their music. And so this year, again, I was like, yeah, we're doing a Christmas special and Cain's going to be part of it. And so you guys, We the Kingdom and a couple others from last year were the first people we chose to be on the Christmas special. So real quick, share where you're at right now. The first three artists that I brought on quickly because they're all about to perform somewhere because you guys have jobs. So what are you about to do?
So we're in our bunk alley right here. So we are also with We the Kingdom on the Zach Williams tour.
We're just across the street.
I had no idea.
Literally in Montana.
In Billings, Montana.
Like, we should have done this together. Like we could have gone on their bus.
Rushed in on them. So in Montana, we play here in just a little bit here, 7 o'clock. And like they said, it has been a really fun time. We've done about 40 shows out here, and this was supposed to happen in the spring of 2020, so it has been a long time coming, but it's been really, really special.
It's been awesome.
Well, yeah, I mean, you guys get to play with Zach Williams. He didn't invite me on the tour, but good for you guys.
We're coming for you.
Yeah, not jealous at all. But talk about what you're doing on the Christmas special. So we bring you on, and you know what? People could do any old Christmas carol and play it the safe route. You guys went out for it and did a brand new song. Tell us what the song is and who co-wrote it with you, because who co-wrote it with you is just as cool as you are.
Drop it.
Ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Stephen Curtis Chapman. The one, the only.
Yes. It's a song called Wonderful. It's something that we wrote together, and it seems like we write together all the time. Like, oh, we just co-wrote this. It was like, no, we got the idea for the song, and then we called him and we're like, will you help us? And I can't believe that not only did he do it, but then he sang on it with us. And it was just sort of, such a God story. I can't believe that exists.
Yeah, and it became so special in the process of writing it that it felt like, we joke about this a lot, but if we had sat down and tried to write a Christmas song for the year that everybody's had, we would have absolutely fumbled it. But just in sitting down and having an honest conversation about where we were, and inadvertently, I think we're getting a lot of feedback right now. People are experiencing this in real time, and we're getting to be a part of their story and their healing as well. So it's been really, really cool.
The song is about how when you don't feel like things are wonderful, when there are empty seats at the table, when you get together for Christmas this year, when the spirit isn't actually coming, then you can call out to your wonderful counselor. It comes from Isaiah 6:9. 9:6. I say it opposite all the time. 9:6.
Pull up that comment, that super chat. I want you guys to hear this. Someone just did a super chat. If you scroll up a little bit, Colin, it came from a woman named Miriam for $100 who wanted to say how much she loved you. I don't know if you can see it, Colin. There we go. Miriam, I'm not going to even pronounce her name. Look at that. Wow. Hi, Cain and Chosen. We love you all. $100. Cain, I'm sorry you're not going to see a dime of that, but thank you for her love.
Give it. Keep
giving
it.
Give it to Cast.
More Chosen.
Yeah, give it to Cast and Crew. Now, you guys had a chance to watch the Chosen Christmas special, correct?
Yes.
And so you guys have been fans of the show and have been supporting the show for so long. Does the Christmas special and the brand new episode, does it live up? Did you actually like it? I don't actually know the answer.
I cried in my bunk. I just cried. Well, it killed. Like, how much spoilers do you want? None?
No spoilers, right?
Few spoilers.
Okay.
You can't reveal any of like the guest, actors or anything like that. But just
okay. Just the fact that this isn't a new story, but when I'm watching it, there's still so much mystery of like, okay, now who is this and what are they doing? There's some flash forwards, some flashbacks, and there's so much about the time after Jesus has died and risen again that we don't know. There hasn't been a lot of portrayal of that, and watching. Okay, I won't do. But there's some conversations that it just made me cry, like them going through the aftermath of Jesus not being with them anymore.
The first thing that came to my mind. So our dad is a pastor, and he told me when I was young, the two hardest sermons you ever preach are Easter and Christmas, because everybody feels like they know everything they need to know about those two stories. And in a way that for me, so far only The Chosen has done, I was on the edge of my seat right from the first shot. I was immediately like, this doesn't feel like the same old. And I just think that's such a special thing you guys do with such familiar stories.
It's what you want Jesus to be, and he is that. Like, you nail it, and we all feel like for the first time we're all on the same page about this is what I'm going to give my life for.
So this was my shameless plug, but if you haven't bought tickets yet because you feel like you know the Christmas story please trust us. You want to see this version. You want to see this story.
Hey, and we saw where We the Kingdom was going to go like Nashville and see it, and we're going to do that too and copy them. So on December 6th, we're going to go to the same theater.
AMC Bellevue.
So,
all right. So December 6th, AMC Bellevue. So write this down if you're watching. Like Rachel Rodriguez right now just commented. She says, your music has touched millions around the world. How wonderful is that? Many prayers for you, and that God continues to bless you. So people like Rachel, if you are anywhere near the Nashville area, December 6th, they will be at the theater. That's the AMC Bellevue on December 6th. For Christmas with The Chosen. So go get those tickets for the 6th, and they can you'll be there saying hi to people and all that stuff. That's awesome. You guys are so dear to The Chosen. You're so dear to me and to my family. Your music has had such a huge impact on me and my family, and your support of the show has meant so much. And you are on the Christmas special, not just because you like the show, but because you guys are singing stories. You guys are storytellers, and we want the Christmas with The Chosen to be a story that leads people to the birth of Jesus and to the celebration that comes as a result of that. So thank you so much for being a part of that.
We love you, Dallas. Thank you so much. We love your whole family. We love the whole fam.
Yep. All right, now go open for Zach Williams and bring the house down.
Okay. All right.
Love you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Talk soon. All righty. So Colin, if you wouldn't mind putting up the chosengifts.com and the fact, just so everyone keeps getting reminded that it is 20% off everything in the store. There's no discount code because you don't need one to get the discount. It's 20% off everything. And then if it's got teal in it, like the teal t-shirt that I'm wearing, it's 25% off. So 20% off everything. But if it's got teal, it's 25% off. Janet oh my goodness, Janet Boyette, I saw just did a super chat of $100. So when you super chat in the chat box, that money goes towards cast and crew. Thanks, Janet. We use it as an opportunity to just kind of give little bonuses here and there when we can to the Chosen cast and crew. None of it goes to us specifically. So thanks so much for doing that. I'm seeing all these comments coming in. It's so great. I'm so excited. Now, what I'm going to do right now is Leanna Crawford is waiting. I'm going to bring her out in just a couple minutes. So Leanna, if you're waiting, I will bring you out in a minute. I want to bring out my family real quick. So my family is here. My kids just got home. So look, this is my daughter, Maya.
Hi.
And she has been in college. She's a freshman in college. And she just got home a couple days ago while I was gone. I was gone on some speaking engagements. I came back and I got to see her just today. So she's here. Maya, what are you wearing?
I am wearing the I Was One Way and I'm Completely Different sweatshirt. It's my favorite because it's extremely comfortable. It's my favorite phrase from the show, and I love the design. Very smart and creative.
Yes, I was one way and now I'm completely different, and the thing that happened in between was him.
Here's the whole oh wait, shoot. The full view.
Yes. Okay, and then this is my son. Well, no, wait. Here's why I just pointed at my daughter, because I'm looking at the monitor and it's reversed. So my son is actually on this side. My son Max
Hi.
Max.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, Max.
Okay.
There we go.
Max, which one are you wearing?
I'm wearing the Against the Tide, right?
Against the Current.
Current.
My own son doesn't even know the name of the shirt.
Yeah.
Come in closer, Max.
Yeah.
Sorry. Against the Current. Sorry, Father.
Yes.
I love it because I love the creativity of the teal fish going the other way, and that's just a message for Christians in general, just to be different, and that's why it's my favorite.
Oh yes.
And, yeah. So.
And
I'm
you
also
come
wearing
and see
this
Beanie,
yeah.
because we want people to come and see.
Yes, come and see the show.
There you go.
Yes. All right, and then this is my oldest son, my oldest child,
Okay.
Sam. Sam, you are wearing
Yes.
the new teal shirt.
I saw this immediately and wanted to wear it because it's awesome. I've got the same design as he does, except it's different colors. Fish are
Thank
white,
you, Sam.
so-
Thank you for clearing that up.
I'm glad I can help.
Yeah, he's got my talent for hosting. He lays it out there for you. All right, and then
Make
this
sure
is
everybody knows.
yes. So this is my Teresa. Should we thank Teresa?
Ooh, 50 bucks.
What did she just do? $50 that goes
$50.
towards cast and crew. She
Thank
says, "Love
you.
the Chosen." I also saw one from a woman named Peggy, I believe, who also did $50. This is my daughter Elle,
Hello.
and Elle is wearing her favorite hoodie, which is what? Hi, Peggy. Thanks for the super sticker.
I'm just wearing what Max is wearing, but the hoodie version, of course, and I like it because it's like, you know, the original logo, and it's classic, along with the you can
The
see
brand new beanie.
the brand new beanie, and
Yes.
so
Yes.
I love them both, and they're
Yes. Well, yeah. So I just wanted to introduce you to my kids because you've never seen them on any of these live streams, and they're all together. Tomorrow we actually leave for vacation. So tomorrow we are all leaving for a week, and I'm finishing up the season 3 scripts tonight and tomorrow night so that I can actually go. And as much as I love you, and as much as I'd love to be communicating with you over the next few days, I've just got to somehow get some rest. And I know that you care about that, so that when I come back, it's time for the Christmas with the Chosen Christmas special. So we're all together, and we're going to be together for the next week.
for vacation.
Yes. For oh my goodness, look what Tina just did.
Ooh, Tina.
Tina, Bibby or Bibby?
Bibby.
You think it's Bibby?
Want to bet?
Let's bet $200.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I've been pronouncing names wrong all night.
Yes,
so.
thank you, Tina. Thank you so much. $200 super chat, which goes towards cast and crew. So thank you so much for that, and that's such a blessing. But anyway, just want to introduce you to my kids, guys. You may go now.
Okay.
Your work is done.
Over anything.
And everything that they were wearing, except for Maya's hoodie, is 25% off because it has teal in it. Her hoodie doesn't have teal in it. It's just gray. But does it? Oh, come back here.
It's 25% off.
There's teal, so it is 25% off.
Ooh, there you go.
Julie just pointed it out to me that that's 25% off too. So Reach the Masses says thank you, wishes us a good vacation. Suzanne says, so happy you guys are getting some family time. That's awesome. So thank you so much, Suzanne. So I'm going to bring out right now, before I bring out my wife Amanda, I'm going to bring on Leanna Crawford. Leanna, come on out.
Hello.
Leanna. Oh, there she is. Hey, Leanna.
Hey, how are you?
I'm so glad you are here. And I met Leanna also at the K-Love Fan Awards earlier this year. And I met this gentleman who was with you, who was 7 feet tall and who towered over me. And so real quick, tell me tell the viewers right now who you are and the current album that you've got out, because I want people to know more about you. And then who also I met at the K-Love Fan Awards who was with you.
So sweet. Well, it's so cool to get to meet you because I've been such a fan of the show. But hi, everybody.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that. Oh, there you go.
Can you hear me now? Oh, no, I was just saying it was so cool to get to meet you at the K-Love Awards. That was so fun.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I keep hearing it.
Oh.
I keep switching over to you.
Oh, that's so weird. Is it good now?
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble hearing her, Colin. Is she coming through clearly on your end? Okay. So unfortunately, Leanna, I'm hearing you, but it's delayed. So what I'm going to do is, why don't you just talk briefly, even if I can't hear.
Oh, I missed all that. Oh.
With the Chosen.
Okay, I missed that, but I I think maybe you said.
Oh.
Sorry, I missed all of that. But I heard the very last. It was you said Christmas with the Chosen, I believe.
Okay. Yes. Talk about the song that you're singing on Christmas with the Chosen.
Okay, yes. So I'm singing Breath of Heaven. Originally it's by Amy Grant, and I've always loved that song. I've really like connected with that song. Just because I think, especially in like the verses, it like, I don't know, I feel like it kind of does what you guys do with the show of like making Mary's experience very real. And so I feel like even though I don't know what like Mary went through exactly, I feel like a lot of those verses kind of describe maybe she was feeling unworthy, or like, why did God choose me? And kind of like that, even in like, you know, everyday life, like, why do I get to write songs, or why did God choose me for this? Like, that's like, you know, just going through some of those feelings. And so I feel like I really connect that, because I feel like over and over again, we see God using the unlikely people. And that's like what I've loved about your show for so long, is like, you know, we see God using the unlikely people in the disciples. And I love that. So that's a song that I'm singing.
Yeah, and I have heard it, of course, and it is so beautiful. Your rendition of it is so great, and we actually placed it in the Christmas special. It's the last song before the actual short film. I mean, or the episode, the brand new Chosen episode, because the song, the words of the song are like what you're talking about. They talk about Mary feeling unworthy, feeling almost in over her head, and the whole theme of the episode is Joseph and Mary dealing with it. What would a teenager be thinking about and dealing with when she's giving birth to the Messiah, and all the craziness of that? So real quick, you have come onto the scene in the last, I mean, from what I've seen, just in the last year or so, the song that seemed to really explode was Mean Girls. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. That was
Talk about that song.
Yeah. So that song, I wrote, just a little while ago, released it, and then you shared about it one time, which is so sweet. You're so kind. Thank you. But just wanting to write, it's really, Mean Girls is such a like you're kind of like, okay, what is that title? But it really is like an honest but hopeful song. In that I realized that over the years, over the course of my life, I've put so much of my worth in the words of others, and so the song is really a prayer that instead I would find my worth in Jesus and what he says about me. And so that's really what the song is about. And it's just hopefully a reminder and a prayer. And so it really is hopeful, but it's also at the same time, like, very honest too.
Yeah. Which is one of the reasons why you're on the Christmas special, is because we are looking to work with artists who are authentic and who don't sugarcoat or sanitize some of the struggles that we go through, because then that makes the answer and the chorus of some of these songs so beautiful and impactful. I don't know if you can see this comment from Emily Pope. She says, I absolutely love Leanna Crawford and her music. It's really inspiring and encouraging when I listen to it.
That's so sweet. Thank you, Emily.
Yeah. So have you had a chance to see any of the Christmas special yet?
Yes, I watched it with my sister. We were together and we both just watched it yesterday, and I had chills like right at the beginning. I mean, I don't want to like spoil anything, but it was so good. I had chills at the beginning. I loved, like, I don't know what, I'm like, it's all so good. And then I had chills at the end. Even the credits are cool. Like literally the whole thing, like from like the beginning to end, it's incredible. And I'm like such a fan of how you put it together too. Like I just like didn't know. I was like, there's a lot of like artists, but it's incredible. Like the whole thing. I love it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we are a production company. Mystery Box worked with us on this and just did a fantastic job, directed the music videos, and yours turned out wonderfully as well. It's all part of this overall experience that goes along with the episode. So anyway, Leanna, I just wanted to bring you on just for a couple minutes just to make sure that you not only got a chance to talk about your song. I want people to know who you are. She's relatively new to the scene, but I'm telling you, find out more about Leanna Crawford. Her music is great, and you're going to see her in the Christmas special. And Leanna is going to also be appearing at a theater for Christmas with the Chosen. Colin, go ahead and put up that link if you don't mind. It's Christmas. It's thechosen.tv/Christmas. Leanna, you are going to be at the Regal Green Hills in where's Nashville, right?
Yeah, Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah. Yes. So on December 1st, December 1st at the 7:00 showing. And if it sells out real quick, which it probably will, there'll be other showings around that time, and she will be there to say hi. And you can see her probably a little bit beforehand and after that particular screening. So the Regal Green Hills 16 in Nashville on December 1st. She's going to be there. So make sure you go get your tickets for that. So Leanna, thank you so much for coming on tonight and for contributing to the Christmas special. It's such a wonderful addition to the show.
Oh, thank you so much, Dallas. Seriously, I'm such a fan of you, such a fan of the show, and I'm so honored to get to be a part of it, and I can't wait for everybody to see it. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye. So just in case you haven't noticed, I'm wearing this brand new, Michael Alexander says, thanks, Leanna Crawford. Thank you, Michael. This brand new Chosen hoodie. And there's a t-shirt and a long sleeve shirt and all that. It says people must know on it. That is the theme of the special. You can wear that. Bruce Stansbury, thank you so much. Says the actors and crew are amazingly talented. We couldn't be more grateful for you all making Jesus more tangible for the world. The work you're doing to help build the kingdom is immeasurable. Thank you, each and every one of you who have chosen to follow him. Bruce, thank you so much. And again, that goes to cast and crew. So I appreciate your contribution to that. But this hoodie, now what you might be thinking, well, isn't there already a gray hoodie? Here's the thing, guys. I really need you to understand this, is that right now with this supply chain issues, as you've probably been hearing about in the news, it is so hard to get any materials. It's hard to print books. It's hard to get hoodies. It's hard to get shirts. So we've had to get colors that there are enough of so that we could get these shirts to you. And so even if you already have a gray Chosen hoodie or shirt, something like that, you're still going to want to get this one and wear it to the theater. People must know is the theme of the special. Jennifer Sands, apparently I'm finding out, gave $500 in the super chat. So thank you, Jennifer. That's so generous. It means so much to you. It means so much to me. And to the cast and crew who are going to benefit from it. So I'm going to bring out Phil Wickham in like 90 seconds. Phil is waiting in the wings, and I saved him for last, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. Oh, thank you, James, for the $4.99. Appreciate that. But before I bring Phil out, I just want to give you a quick reminder, thechosengifts.com, www.thechosengifts.com. I'm not even going to sing it right now because I'm about to bring Phil out. And just Phil talking is better than me singing. He's got a better talking voice than my singing voice, and I'm not going to embarrass myself. So thechosengifts.com, 20% off everything between now and midnight, and 25% off everything that has teal in it. Now, why do I sound like a QVC host? I talk about this a lot, and I want to make sure I say this every time. This is not about me just trying to promote The Chosen. And sometimes I'm even uncomfortable talking about it in this way. But this is your way of helping us make more seasons and more episodes. We don't have a big network. We don't have a big streaming platform that's putting up all the money for this. The season 3 isn't even fully funded yet. If you even check it out in the app right now, you can watch the tracker. When you pay it forward, when you purchase these gifts, when you go out and wear stuff like this, that starts conversations. That's all of it. All of the stuff that we do is intended to either start conversations or to impact you in some way. We don't want to just do things that just say The Chosen on them so we can spread the word. We want you to actually have something to say. And so when you do that, when you pay it forward, when you buy these gifts, that's what allows the show to be free. That allows us to give the show to people all over the world, in every country in the world. Right now, The Chosen is literally in every country in the world. It has been viewed over 300 million times in over 50 languages. Why? Because of you. Because of these live streams that we do, because you come on to these live streams and are so supportive of the show. That's why we're able to do this. So I can't thank you enough for it. So with that, we have this big Christmas special, which includes a brand new episode of The Chosen. And it includes, after that episode, a finale that brings heaven down to earth. And it is led by my dear friend and a close friend of The Chosen. I call him The Chosen's worship leader. This is Phil Wickham. Phil, are you there?
I'm here, Dallas. So good to be with you.
Yeah, thank you. You look like you're in like a hostage situation or something with the white backdrop. You look like you're in your attic. Is this your studio?
This is I refer to it jokingly as my studio because it really is just an attic that I've turned into my writing room. But I've come to love this place. A lot of songs been written in here.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. And some of the songs that you've written have changed my life. Phil Wickham has written more worship songs that we have listened to as a family in our car, that I have cried while listening to and singing along with. I have listened to some of Phil's songs while writing The Chosen. That's one of the reasons why
Wow.
we call him the Chosen's worship leader. Now, first
Wow.
things first, Phil, this question came in just now that said, are you going to be at a theater? So that's a perfect time for that question, because Phil and I are actually going to be at a theater together. So December 1st, I don't know how long Phil's going to stay, because he's got to get up the next morning, and actually we both do. We're going to be doing press the next morning, but
so do you.
December. Yeah, exactly. So, well, we're going to stay. I'm going to stay late as long as people want to hang out. But at the Mansfield Theater in Mansfield, Texas, it's the Cinemark. The Cinemark Mansfield, December 1st, starting at 7:00. That's the first showing. There's one at 7:15, one at 7:30. And if they sell out, they will do more. But Phil and I will be there together. We'll introduce the Christmas special, and then afterwards you get a chance to talk to us. We would love to see you there, and thank you for being there. And hopefully you'll be wearing something like this when you show up. But Phil and I will be there together at the Mansfield 12, the Cinemark Mansfield, so check it out. So Phil, talk briefly, if you don't mind, about the 2 songs that you are performing on the Chosen Christmas special. Because last year you did Away in a Manger, which turned a simple little nursery rhyme type Christmas carol into a worship experience. This year we had you back, and talk to us about the 2 songs that you're doing.
Well, I'm doing kind of my rendition of 2 songs that I've loved growing up. Angels We Have Heard on High and Joy to the World. And Angels We Have Heard on High, we did like a music video thing for it right there at the set. It was beautiful, wind blowing these blankets, and what you guys came up with was amazing. And I was just happy to be there. But I love these songs so much from my my childhood and from Christmas growing up. They're so tied to obviously great emotions, but tied to this wider and broadening understanding of this idea, this work of humility, this work of love, that God so loved us, he gave his only son. And my heart is just expanding more and more. Honestly, I'm like so emotional right now. I literally 5 minutes ago just watched the episode. And I cannot wait for people to see this. Yes, it is so good. I don't want to say anything, but there's one moment with Mary when she's talking about something. I was just like, are you kidding me? It's amazing. Anyway, so you guys are pumped. Angels We Have Heard on High, beautiful little moment, and Enjoy the World, this finale thing that we all came together and did. I mean, it's me. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Am I supposed to give away a lot of?
No, you can say everything. About the song for sure.
Yeah. So on Joy to the World, it's me, Maverick City, Brian and Katie Torwalt, Jordan Feliz. Man, who else? The Bonner family. I know I'm forgetting someone else.
One Voice Children's Choir.
Yeah, the huge children's choir, the band, all live, doing this huge rendition of Joy of the World, Joyful, Joyful. And it was like nothing I've ever experienced being there, recording it. And I think it translated amazing to the video too. So I can't wait for people to hear it and see it.
Yeah, and you can speak to this because you just saw the episode. So the episode, when we do this brand new Chosen episode about the birth of Christ, one of the themes of it is just how humble the setting was where Mary and Joseph delivered Jesus. In fact, there's a moment where Joseph actually scoops up a pile of manure to make room for Mary to have a place to sit to deliver the birth.
Yeah.
And then out of that song, out of that episode, we do a monologue, and then we go right into Joy to the World. And one of the things that I'm telling people about is just the contrast between the humble beginnings of Jesus and this glorious song that is all about the joy, but how those two work together. Can you speak to that? Because you have a pastor's heart, you have a storyteller's heart, but watching it as you just did, that episode leading into the song, how did that work together for you?
Well, it's along the same things as what you're saying, but I think I was more struck by the visual of what was happening than even the song itself, and I'll explain that a little bit. I noted that stuck out to me, that moment where he picks up the shovel and he is scooping up these droppings of these animals to make a place for Mary to give birth. And I'm just like, Jesus, what a work of humility coming into our darkness like that. It's amazing. And then you end with this finale. It's a huge song, Joy to the World. We understand that's the moment the king came, obviously all that. But what I was struck with is like all these people from all over the country, and it could have been obviously all over the world if we had the chance, but all these people all over the country from different walks of life and different cities and different families and different cultural backgrounds and ethnicities, that we all come together around that manger and bow down and understand that that's our Savior and that's our King. And just like from that moment of scooping up manure and Mary just giving birth with no room for the King of Kings to come in, and no castle, no trumpet sounding. Well, there were some angels. That's pretty cool. But you know, from that moment, I mean, it was that little humble moment changed the course of human history, and you can see it in these there's a Bonner family, and Torwald's from Sacramento, and Naomi from Maverick City's from Brooklyn, and the other guys from Maverick City and Atlanta, just even over the country. It's just like really cool idea of how Jesus unified us all around this one deep need for the Messiah, the Savior of the world. We were created to be in the image of God. We were created to uphold his glory and his perfection around the world, but we failed. We've all fallen short of the glory of God, it says in the scriptures. So he sent someone who could do it on our behalf so we can walk in his footsteps, walk in his victory, walk in his perfection. And that was the moment where he came to rescue us. And that's what hit me, was like, look at these 200 people from all over the country. And like I said, it could have been from all the world, that all gathered together to bow down around that manger, that humble place. And it was a beautiful moment for me.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, it was a beautiful moment. I remember on the set, I got to see it performed probably 25 times because we were filming it from so many different angles, and it was just every time it was just a celebration. So we once we saw that happening, we were like, all right, this is the finale of the Christmas special. There's no other way that we can go out than that. And Phil, I can't wait to see you soon, because we're going to be together at the theater. And but guys, I'm telling you, Phil Wickham's music is I believe for The Chosen, responsible for taking so many people directly to a relationship with Jesus. And that's the end game of the show. Really, the show is meant for you to know and love Jesus more. And then what do you want to do in response? Well, you hopefully will want to worship. And that's where Phil Wickham comes in, along with so many others. But Phil especially has just been, for myself and for my family, our leader. And so thank you, Phil, for your humility in that and for listening. It's just been such a beautiful relationship between us and you for this project. So thank you.
Yeah, well, we love you, Dallas. And my wife is so thankful for what you do and how you brought Jesus into our family in a special way. And I say that along with millions of other people. So thank you so much for pouring your heart and soul, being led by the Spirit, saying yes to something when roadblocks were there, when there was impossibilities and God opened it up. I mean, you took so many steps of faith, you and your team, and we are so thankful for it. And I cannot wait for just millions more people to be introduced to the reality of Jesus through this Christmas episode.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Phil. And I will see you soon. And you who are watching, make sure you show up at the Mansfield Theater in Texas on December 1st. But no matter where you're at, watch the Christmas special between the 1st and the 10th. You are not going to believe what Phil brings to this. It's so beautiful. So thanks again, Phil, and we will see you soon.
Thanks, guys.
All right. I'm going to bring out my wife, Amanda. And while she's coming out, I want to say thank you to Christine and to Dee, who both super chatted $500. $500. Look at it. We're twinsies.
Hi, twinsies. Where's your camera? Oh, it's over there.
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
So thank you for the super chat and for helping. As we told you, that goes towards cast and crew as just kind of a thank you to them. Rachel has said here, thank you, Phil, for following the calling of your life. She says, so many times in my brokenness, your song would come on the radio and remind me of who God is. Are you a Phil Wickham fan?
Yeah.
Amanda?
So apparently I don't only cry when I listen to his music in my car. I cry when I'm sitting off camera, listening to him talk about his music. I think he's an anointed human being, really, just to bring the deepest truths of the gospel into reality in a worshipful way. I mean, it's
And how's Joy to the World?
Oh man.
She's seen it. She's seen the Christmas special.
I've seen the Christmas special. I've been listening to Joy to the World for the last 2 months in my car.
Yeah. So you're going to want to see it.
It's so good.
So I brought out my wife, Amanda, here, first of all, because she's awesome. Second of all, because I haven't seen you for a few days.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. And then third of all,
we never practice sitting, by the way. Whenever we come out, I want to be behind.
Oh, you want to be behind?
But
then you're
we never practice it. Am I out of focus, Colin? Good.
Just slightly. Okay. But but she's sounding okay. So talk about these books.
Okay, I'm really excited. So first of all, I guess this is back, which is really exciting because we're really proud of that.
We'll talk about it. So this is because not everyone has gotten this for their kids or read this with their kids.
Okay.
But this is Jesus Loves Little Children, which is based on what?
Episode 3 of season 1, Jesus with the Children. And it's it really just follows that episode, but in kid language. And I wrote it, and my writing partner, Kristen, illustrated. She writes and illustrates, and it's just, see, I can't, this is hard to do, but it's just adorable. And it just captures,
lift up a little higher. Yep.
It just captures that episode so beautifully. And it really just captures, as the episode does, it captures Jesus's heart for children so beautifully. And just the sweetness between them as they talk. And I'll show you my favorite.
Thank you, Jill, by the way, for this. Very, very generous of you. And yes, especially to the Grips who helped make this show possible. So anyway.
Just as Jesus walks and talks and spends time watching that glare, but spends time with kids. I mean, that's his heart for kids, is to like know them and spend time with them. And I think this book just captures it beautifully. So that's Jesus Loves the Little Children, and it's back. This is Kristen, our writer and co-writer and illustrator. She's awesome. And she was awesome on this too. I'm so excited for this book because this is really the start of the show. Was based on this short film that Dallas did called The Shepherd. And it's the heart of the message of the show is that Jesus came for the least of these. And so it follows the shepherd, the sweet, crazy curly haired shepherd. And he was not only was he the least of these as a shepherd, but he was the least of the shepherds, which as you read the story,
this is such a beautiful image.
That's the best.
That's him going home after having just been rejected in the marketplace because, as you may know, the shepherds would bring their lambs to the marketplace to be sold for sacrifice. And they had to be perfect and spotless. And the lamb that he brought wasn't spotless. And so he was kicked out.
His lamb was rejected.
And he got a chance to then experience the spotless lamb. And that this episode that this book is based on, I think will give your children an even clearer glimpse into the story. And I really want you to watch this episode before you see the Christmas special. And if your kids can get this in time, they can read it before the Christmas special, because this is from the perspective of the shepherds.
Look at his crazy curly hair. I love it so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then can you find the moment in here while I'm talking of them when he meets Mary and Joseph?
Yeah.
I think it's before this.
Oh, no, that's not.
Does he meet him in the marketplace?
No, that's not a thing in this one.
Okay.
He just meets them in the end.
Oh, he meets him in the
Dallas doesn't know things all the time. Yes. He knows so many things, but he doesn't know all the things.
Yes. So. That is for sure true.
Yeah.
So yeah, show that again though. This is when
I'm not very good at this job. This Vanna Whiting, I'm not very good at.
Yeah, but that's when he gets to actually see the birth and see Mary and Joseph. Yeah. The brand new Christmas episode tells this same story, but from Mary and Joseph's perspective. And so the Jesus Loves Little Children.
Yeah, and I'm supposed to say, they can be bought together, as you mentioned. They can be bundled, but they can also be bundled with the kids' activity book, which is just an awesome book as well. So,
and the kids' activity book is also teal. But yeah, the kids' activity book, which is a bunch of games but all designed for your kid to be drawn closer to Scripture, to first century biblical and historical education.
Yeah, becoming smarter.
Yeah, there's even moments.
Merry Christmas, be smarter.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
awesome.
Yeah, but it's like it's enjoyable too.
Be smarter. Is that a did I even say that right?
Yeah. Be smarter.
Be smarter.
Yeah.
Be more intelligent.
Yes. So yeah, and then have you seen the calendar yet?
Oh, okay, I haven't. I want to see that. I wanted to mention something as I was listening off camera. Dallas used a phrase, nerd, comic book nerd.
Yeah.
He means that so affectionately. I just wanted to say, because that's always not nice. That's not always nice if you don't give context. Did you give context?
No, but I don't. But I mean that in a good way. My son's a comic book nerd.
We have a comic book nerd that we love very much, and so we just mean it super affectionately. And these are so cool. And we were very excited about that project when it came around because I don't know if you have not been in a comic book store, you might not know how truly awful some of the things in there can be. And so when kids are really drawn into that world, it excited us to have a presence in that world, even there, you know. And the artist is incredible, and it's legit. It's a legit comic book, so that's exciting.
Yeah,
anyway.
It's a great entryway into the show for those who haven't seen the show yet. But yeah, so we have our family together, and we are about to actually take a break from The Chosen for about 5 or 6 days. And before we go, I know you had wanted to just say something to the viewer, to those you are watching right now who sustain us so much. So it has been so challenging, especially this year with the show growing like it has. She's now not only a full-time mom, but a full-time writer, writing these kids books and the devotional books and the Bible study. And I'm trying to write season 3, and we're trying to get so much done. And then moving this year, we moved to Texas, where we're at now. And it's just been an extraordinarily challenging year. Yeah. And, but yet.
Well, it has been. What felt hard previously felt harder over the last few months. But, you know, we've run into a number of people just out and about, people who are fans of The Chosen, and just the support and the love and the hugs and the kind words. And it's extraordinary, the support that we get from this family, and just that we know we're being prayed for. We know that that's not just words that are said, but that's actually done. I mean, that's the stuff that really matters to us the most. And it has. I've said it before, but the whole one body, many parts thing. You know, Dallas is seen in this role, but this is an impossible task without the people who are in this room behind the camera, but also all of you out there who are financially supporting, prayerfully supporting. The way you actually tell people to come and see, the way this show is getting out and word of the gospel, and that is done by you guys, word of mouth. And so it's forever humbling and encouraging and inspiring, and you guys keep us on task, which is awesome. So we're very thankful.
And they literally, you literally provide for us. I mean, we have the ability to make this show and to actually, make rent and all of that because not because we're getting paid by some studio. It's because of you, because when you pay it forward, because when you buy these gifts, it allows us to actually be able to do this show. And so it sustains us and allows us to just the ability to actually move to Texas.
Do things.
Yes, to do things.
Yeah, to do things. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Okay,
yes.
Am I done?
Yes. Love you.
Love you.
And show your real quick your hoodie.
It's the same.
Yeah, I know, but it looks better on you than it does me.
So cute. Okay.
Yeah, people must know.
People must know.
Yes, Geraldine and Dave each did $500 in the super chat. Wow, that is so generous. Thank you so much for that. Now, bear in mind, you also have the opportunity to keep the show going by paying it forward. And that's in the app and on the website. That's what allows us to finance future episodes and seasons. And please keep that up because we are close to having season 3 completely financed. And as I said to you earlier, tonight and tomorrow night, I'm up late trying to get this done before I leave for vacation, trying to get season 3, the scripts written. And thanks for your prayers and support in that. So here's what we're going to do. You've been waiting patiently. Those of you who have purchased thechosengifts.com and listened to the conversations I've had with the artists are like, all right, I did that. Now what? And thank you, Karen, so much. I love The Chosen, love the opportunity to be able to pay it forward. Appreciate that. Now here's the deal. I want to show you a scene, an actual scene from the show. And when we come back after that scene, I've got a friend here who's going to ask some questions from you. You've been asking questions in the chat, and we've been gathering some of the most commonly asked ones or the ones that we think should be answered. And so many others we unfortunately won't be able to get to, but Kristen will be here in just a minute to answer to ask some of those questions, and hopefully she might be able to answer some of them as well. But in the meantime, I want to show you, we have a brand new episode coming for the Christmas special. Okay. December 1st through the 10th, Christmas with The Chosen. There's going to be artists, a dozen artists who perform extraordinary Christmas songs just for this special. Okay, they filmed them on the set of The Chosen. And so you're going to get all these great Christmas songs. You're going to get 4 monologues that tell the story of the names of Jesus and the names of God that have been used throughout history and how they impact us and how the birth of Christ speaks to those extraordinary names of God. And then ultimately, we're going to also show you a brand new episode of the birth of Christ from the perspective of Mary and Joseph. And so I chose this scene because I think this is a scene and a moment that I've never seen before. This is our introduction in this special episode to Mary and Joseph and what they might be thinking about and going through as they trek on this extraordinary journey to something that they feel like they're in over their heads. So let's check out this scene from the upcoming brand new episode within Christmas with the Chosen. Here it is.
We might see Samuel, but it's been so long. I don't know if he's living in the same home.
Hope so. You've said so much about him.
We will see. We won't have any time to look for him if he's not, of course.
We'll see.
Are we out? Not even a drop. Come
on. Joseph?
Yes?
Can you stop, please? I'd like to walk for a bit.
No, Mary. Why would you want to walk? It's dangerous.
I'm getting a bit uncomfortable. Elizabeth actually told me it's good to walk and move when I feel up to it.
We won't have any water until I get you to town. You need your rest. Let me get you more comfortable, huh?
Joseph, you don't have to be the only one walking. Plus, we're far enough away from Nazareth. Don't have to hide my condition anymore.
Mary, this blanket is stuck. There is no way that you're comfortable.
Joseph, I'd like to walk with you. Please.
I am responsible for you, Mary. For you and...
You protect us.
Yes.
I know. I'll let you help me down.
All right. You can walk for a few minutes, huh? But please, not too far. You need to save your strength.
I actually do need you to help me down.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Sorry.
Oh.
Slowly.
Easy.
Watch the baby.
Oh.
Okay. Is it okay?
Yes. Oh.
Hey.
This feels better. Thank you. Thank you for protecting me. I don't know that I've said that yet.
We have a little ways to go yet. Let's see how tonight goes and...
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about... before.
I've
been meaning to say something this whole journey and I didn't and I should have. I should have months ago.
You don't have to.
Yes, I do. You could have gotten all of the bride price back from my father.
It was never about the money.
I know it wasn't. And I know it's not polite to talk about, but no one would have blamed you.
For what?
They're divorcing me. Publicly.
Mary,
You could be betrothed to someone that you don't have to hide. And people wouldn't be gossiping about you. And you could go be registered without having to drag me on this donkey for 5 days. Joseph. You are a brave man. And you are godly. And I should have said thank you.
God told me to.
I know he did. You had a choice.
I don't believe that I did. But I'm glad. Either way. I wouldn't change a single thing that has happened since that dream.
Neither would I.
Oh, this all seems impossible, huh?
Yes. Yes. But remember what the messenger said to me?
Hmm.
Nothing is impossible with God.
My messenger didn't say that. That would have been nice, huh?
Are you feeling better?
A bit, yes.
Okay. Up, up. Okay.
Okay. Oh.
We need to move quicker. You need water, and I plan to get settled for the part where your messenger and my messenger said the same thing. And she will give birth to a son, and you shall call his name Jesus. Yes, that part. Come on.
Alrighty, we are back. You were like watching that scene, like I was hearing the little mms and the, like.
That was my first scene I've ever seen of this episode.
Yeah, that's your first time seeing it.
I know. I'm surprised you're not bawling right now.
I've seen it 742 times.
You haven't cried?
I've cried, yes, but not anymore. I cried when we filmed it because I do love that scene. But this is Chris, well, Kristen, but we call it Chris and Chris with a K. And she and Chris Durbin, your kind of partner in crime, are what we consider to be your representatives. They go onto the set and get all this behind the scenes stuff that no one else can get. And they ask questions that you want asked. They're kind of your eyes and ears. And we met Kristen on the set. You were one of the Frozen Chosen. You wish you could have had this.
It was so cool.
This beanie.
Yeah.
When you were there. We met her there and just instantly clicked. And my wife, Amanda, and Kristen just instantly connected. And Amanda was the one who was saying, we should get her involved in some way because you've got such an authentic spirit. So I'm glad you're here. And look you're just decked out in teal.
I didn't realize how teal this would look on camera. It's a little bit intense. Maybe you don't wear these together normally.
I know. You said that earlier, like, oh, it looks good with the teal shirt. I'm like, I think it's going to be a little overwhelming.
It's a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
You could try.
Well, maybe I should try a different one on here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Misty is already asking a question. I've seen this a bunch. And so what Kristen is going to do is talk about or share with me some of the questions that have come through, some of the most frequently asked ones. But the one that I keep seeing is, will we be able to see, how do we see Christmas with the Chosen? Okay. So Christmas with the Chosen, why don't you tell them? Because I've been talking so much. How do they see Christmas with the Chosen from December 1st to the 10th?
You talk a lot? We've never noticed. Okay.
Thank you so much.
As you know, Christmas with the Chosen is going to be in theaters December 1st to 10th, and we're so excited. I'm going to be there as well in one of the theaters hosting.
And where do they get tickets, Kristen?
Oh, do you have a jingle for this one?
I could, but do you want to hear a jingle?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. www.thechosen.tv/Christmas.
I don't know.
Yeah, I shouldn't have.
That was really bad.
Yeah, I shouldn't.
I'm a better singer than that.
Yeah.
But go to
chosen.tv/Christmas.
thechosen.tv/Christmas. Head there. You can push buy tickets. Put in your postal code if you're Canadian or zip code if you're American. Oh.
Yeah, in Canada, unfortunately, it's not in theaters.
I'm Canadian. I'm so sorry.
But you're here in Texas now.
But if you're in America, put your zip code in. It'll bring up all your theaters. You can choose which one you want. And if it's sold out, what do they need to do, Dallas? If it's sold out in their theater,
they will look for other screenings because there's 10 days of it. And then if it's on a day that just looks like it's completely full, you can actually contact your local theater and say, "Look, it's sold out. How do I see it?"
Yes.
And they'll have plenty of opportunities now. Thankfully, if they don't live in America, and they can't get to a theater, or they can't afford a ticket, are we ever going to have a Chosen episode that's not eventually totally free and easy to watch, Kristen?
Yes. I'm just kidding. No,
Okay.
Of course not. Everyone.
This is why I do the hosting. No, yes,
of course. Yeah.
Eventually, and as we get around December 9th and 10th, as it wraps up in theaters, we will be able to announce when we will give it to you free and easy in the app. So I promise you will get a chance to see Christmas with the Chosen free and easy, like every other Christmas or every other Chosen episode ever. We just don't know exactly just yet when that is. And we also will let you know once it is out in theaters.
Do you know if it's going to be before Christmas?
Good question, Kristen. Yes, it will likely be before Christmas. Yes.
Very good. And then if you are one of those people who are like, hey, I want to host a screening in my church or my school, you can do that as well. So if you go online to the Christmas special, thechosen.tv/Christmas, go to that FAQ about hosting a screening. And there's a link there that you can click, and then you will fill out a form and they will get back to you and you can do that, which would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's been tons of churches who are literally doing, like you still sell tickets, of course. So there's still tickets being sold through the church, through Fathom events, but you can actually host it at your church and have like a big out,
have a party.
Have a party at your church.
Yeah.
And you can also get an entire theater at the theater if you want to do that and have an outing. Invite people to the theater to do that. So there's tons of options all at that website. All right. So what questions have we been getting?
Okay. Here we go. A couple questions. This is something I've never known, but Jeannie Steinhilberg, speaking of teal, all the teal and 25% off the teal items, she was asking, is there special significance to the color teal that I missed?
Oh, that's a really good question. I should have talked about that. So that's why you're here, Kristen.
I've always wondered too.
Yeah. So teal is the color of life. It is the color of water. And when we were first coming up with the show and the title of the show, The Chosen, and we were talking about the opening credit sequence and thinking of different ways that we could design that. And then the shirt that you're wearing right now, the original was black background. And we just thought, okay, if these fish are gray and they're all going in one direction, and gray is just lifeless, right? And all these fish are just swimming with the current. They're kind of going in one direction, lifeless. And then this one fish comes the opposite direction and it leads other fish to turn and follow. And we thought, what's a color that would really stand out and also represent what we believe Jesus is about? And teal, as soon as we saw it, it spoke to all of us. My partner, Daryl Eves, myself. And when I showed it to our wives, we were like, what do you think of this color? And it just instantly felt like the color of life, the color of water. And so much of the show is about fish. Loaves and fish, Red Sea moments. We talk about the sea all the time, the Sea of Galilee, the fishing of Simon. And there's so much about water in the show and about fish in the show that teal just made a lot of sense.
Right. That's very good. Now we all know. Next question, actually speaking about this against the current design on the t-shirts, who was it? Colleen Bailey from Facebook. She wanted to know what going against the current actually means.
Yeah, I think I actually just described it a little bit, which is that right. But the idea of, I think even in the first century, they were steeped in tradition. The Jewish people were steeped in tradition, and which was a good thing in many ways. A lot of the traditions were wonderful, but when Jesus came along and said, "Okay, I'm here to fulfill the law, and I'm going to also upset the apple cart a little bit. Some of the things that you have grown to be obsessed with, and that if you have relied on these traditions to the point where you're not even necessarily seeing the Messiah because you are so blinded by the idolatry that you have made of your traditions." Not everyone was like this, but some were. And so we really want you and like Jesus and like his followers to swim against the current and go, you know what, the way the world is going, the way that some of our worldly and human religious traditions that we fall into, and some of our even non-religious traditions that we fall into, can sometimes keep us just on this path that we miss out on life. We miss out on what God has for us. And so that's Jesus. And if you notice, there are 13 fish going in the opposite direction. And that represents Jesus and the 12 disciples. Right. Thank you, Clegg, by the way. Clegg, look at this. $99.99.
$99.99. Clegg, thank you. That's very sweet. Okay. So obviously with The Chosen, there's a lot of great music from our composers.
Yes.
And
where's the soundtrack?
We lost the soundtrack. Where did it go? Here it is.
Yes. So the season 2 soundtrack on CD and digitally.
Yeah, really good. So who is it here? Angela from YouTube wants to know if the music from The Chosen Christmas special is going to be on a CD, or where can they find that?
Yes, it's not available yet. Very soon, the Christmas with The Chosen soundtrack will be, well, I think, I don't know it's going to be on CD, right? I think it's going to, you're certain. Christmas with the Chosen music.
Yes.
You're not just guessing, you're certain. All right. Well, because I'm not, but Julie is certain. And so either way, at the very least, digitally speaking, you will be able to, put together a playlist on Spotify, and we'll make sure that happens for you. But yeah, you're going to want it, believe me. But it's coming soon. The Christmas with the Chosen soundtrack is coming soon. Yes. Oh, and the Snipe Life says hi.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah,
Hey, guys.
Snipe Life channel, the YouTube channel, they have been huge fans of and supporters of, and even sometimes like accountability for the Chosen. They're not just like, we love the Chosen and everything's great. Sometimes they're like, this part we weren't big fans of, and here's why. And it's been so great to have that dialogue with our fans, and Snipe Life's been great. So
yeah,
thanks,
check
guys.
them out for sure on their YouTube channel.
Sherry, thank you.
99. Thanks, Sherry. Bonus.
What's that worth in Canada?
Huh?
$99 in Canada, 99 cents would be what, like $3,000?
About $3,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a lot more money.
Canadian dollar not doing great.
Oh, by the way, hey, Canada. Also, do you know what these are called in Canada? What's the other word for beanie?
Because of you,
Canadians?
I know what these are called. In Canada, this is called a toque.
A toque. Not a tuca, not a toque, but a toque.
Yeah.
So Americans get that right. Next time
that's
I'm going to quiz
horrible,
you.
horrible name. It sounds like it sounds like something you call someone in a playground, like, get out of here, you toque.
I think it's a very cute name. But let's move on. Okay, so Rachel Teeter from YouTube actually wants to know if there's going to be a novel version for season 2, just like season 1.
Absolutely.
Is
What
your
a great
dad on
question.
it?
Yes, my dad has finished the season 2 novel.
Yes.
It will be coming out sometime next year, and it is phenomenal. He went even deeper into the show and into the stories, deeper than what the show goes. But the season 1 novel, I Have Called You by Name, is available now, and starting tonight, from now until the end of the year. What is the price of the Chosen novel? Do you know?
$3,000.
In Canada, yes.
Yes, $12 American.
Yes. In America, it is $12.
Yes.
$12 for the Chosen novel. That is like, normally it's like $26 or something.
Great
like
deal.
that.
Get it
So
for
we made
Christmas.
the teal beanies are sold out.
Oh
Apparently.
no, I'm so sorry. If you're in the area, just kidding.
Sorry.
That's mine.
I'm sorry to tell you the teal beanies are sold out. They went fast, but now you've got so many others. Quickly, like show.
Yeah, for
Like-
sure. So we've got a red one. If you like red, I don't like red with pink. It looks like Valentine's Day. That looks nice on you. There's red. You should try that one on. I don't like that one.
That would not look good on me either.
This one is a great Christmas hat. It doesn't look good with my teal shirt, but this green one, look, we look like Christmas friends.
but red not good on me.
Anyway,
But
and
good
then
on
this
some
is
other
the
people.
cute one that I
You
wore
can't because
earlier.
it's sold out.
Oh shoot. Okay,
Yeah, that's
don't
the
even,
sold out one.
Don't even show them.
Yeah.
It'll come back hopefully.
Yeah.
Eventually. Will it come back?
Kyle says, who sang Go Tell It on the Mountain for the trailer? It was mesmerizing. So that's the long version of the trailer that is out on YouTube right now. It's perfect to share. That's For King and Country.
Yeah.
For King and Country is on the Christmas special singing Go Tell It on the Mountain. And you are absolutely correct. It is awesome.
Yeah.
Will Rabbi Jason do background info on season 2 like he did for season 1? So that's something he did for TBN. Yeah, he did these kind of behind the scenes. We've got those roundtables, Bible roundtables. And so we have started to release some of those clips of our season 2 biblical roundtables, where we talk about going deeper into the stories of the Gospels, which are really cool. But yeah, he'll probably do that for season 2 as well.
I'm just going to say about the music really quickly. Shout out to Phil Wickham. So I've always loved his voice and his worship. And I heard his Away in a Manger last year.
Yeah.
I fell in love with that song and that whole album. I listened to that Christmas album on almost a daily basis, not even for Christmas music, but for worship.
Yeah.
It is so good. Love Phil, love his contribution.
Yeah.
Okay, so someone actually wants to know about the feeding of the 5,000. If you're interested in answering that, Caleb Berman wants to know how you're going to portray the feeding of the 5,000. Maybe that's a secret. Yeah. And then also someone wants to know, when is the feeding of the 5,000 taping?
Okay.
That's probably the prominent one.
Yeah, so we're actually writing and finishing up the writing of the Feeding the 5,000 right now, because it's the big climax of season 3. And as you may or may not know, if you go to thechosen.tv/payitforward or /PIF, chosen.tv/payitforward, or if you go to the app and click on Pay It Forward, you will see the opportunity to be at the feeding of the 5,000. So you were at the Sermon on the Mount.
Yes.
And it happened to be really cold. But
that's not going to happen again.
No, because we're going to be doing it in the spring or summer of 2022. But was it awesome being there?
It was incredible.
Even though it was super
cold. It was
cold.
cold, but it was worth it. It was so rewarding. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So you have a chance to actually attend and be one of the 5,000 or more. Now, the reason I say or more is because already 5,000 people have qualified to be part of the feeding of the 5,000. So we are not going to be able to keep this for much longer. So if you want to be part of the feeding of the 5,000, and you can come from anywhere in the world to be here in Texas, I don't know the exact date yet because we have to work out the schedule of all the ship filming. So we will give you all of that information when you qualify. But if you pay it forward at a certain level, I think it's $999.99 or something like that, $999.99. And then it's cheaper for you to add people to your party if you want to bring a group. But you can be part of the feeding of the 5,000 in 2022, season 3. And you will be there with thousands of other chosen fans, and we'll have guests who will perform worship songs, and we'll have a comedian probably. It is a party, and you get a chance to be part of history because we will be filming that feeding of the 5,000 scene. And I'm telling you, as typical, as I hope you know about the Chosen, we honor the story of the Bible, but we bring it to you in a fresh perspective that I'm absolutely convinced will change and reinvigorate your relationship with Scripture.
Okay, a couple more here. Kristen from Canada. That's ironic.
Wow, funny.
I
wonder what kind of dumb question is coming. No, sorry, I'm just kidding.
Tell us. She wants to know, what do you think will make the audience cry the most in theaters with The Messengers?
So you still haven't watched it yet, right?
Nope.
Yeah, so you just saw that scene for the first time.
Yeah, that was my first time seeing it.
So in there's a couple of songs that will definitely bring you to tears. I mean, some of the performances are really beautiful, and the monologues that Tyler Thompson, my co-writer on The Chosen, wrote, just like last year, are just tremendous, and they are so deep and insightful. The actual episode itself, the brand new episode, there are a couple of moments, some of which, of course, I can't share with you, but I do believe that when you see Mary and Joseph as they get ready to give birth, as Mary is about to give birth and Joseph is clearing a path for her and making space by scooping up a pile of manure, and of course, when the reality of it hits them, and when the reality hits this teenager of what she's about to do, and then it's going to be actually painful and scary, and Joseph they're all kind of in over their heads with this. That moment is very emotional. It was very emotional for me. And then, of course, you also see 50 years later. So we show you two storylines back going at the same time. One is Mary and Joseph during the birth of Christ. The other is Mary 50 years later telling the story. And she's dealing with the fact that Jesus is no longer with them. Of course, he's with them in spirit, but he had died 10 years earlier. And so you see that piece of it, and how remembering the birth and some of the moments from his birth brings home the truth that Jesus was one of us for a time. And I do believe that will be emotional. Ginger asks, has season 3 been completely paid for? What is the answer, Kristen?
No.
Almost.
Very close.
Yeah. So how do they do that besides purchasing these chosen gifts?
They can go to the app, and they can donate all kinds.
No, not donate.
I'm sorry.
It's not because we're not a nonprofit. It's not a donation.
Right.
It's just optional payment. Yeah, it's optional payment. You can watch it for free if you want, or you can pay for it.
Or you can pay it forward. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's how you can give towards it. We're almost there, though. I'm just going to say one thing about the filming of this Christmas episode. I had the privilege of being there.
Yes.
I did not make too much noise, contrary to popular opinion.
Yes.
But we had a great time. Chris and I were able to be there and witness some of the filming. It's really special because I'm excited to watch this episode, because just watching all the takes, take after take after take, they do like 20 takes in one little scene. And I was crying take after take after take, watching a lot of it. It was so emotional. So I'm really excited to see the final product in theaters.
Yeah. And Chris were there and talking to some of the cast, talking to the crew, kind of giving an inside look at it.
Yeah.
And that video is going to be coming out soon.
Yes.
So make sure that you're checking out our YouTube channel and our Facebook page and all that, because we bring out these videos. But Chris do an awesome job of kind of getting you even closer into the action than I ever do, because I'm usually directing the show, obviously. So I can't get you into some of these backstage places that you guys get into while we're making it. So it's going to be really cool.
Yes, it will. One more question. Artist X asks, when you first announced the Christmas special, you told us that there was going to be a character that appears in the Christmas episode that will appear in The Chosen. Can we get a hint?
No. Yeah, you can get a hint. I will say this. There are a couple of new characters that show up in the Christmas special. As you see in the trailer, one of them is Luke. You can kind of guess which one in the trailer is actually plays Luke. But there is a character who is in the Christmas special who is from the future, meaning the Chosen takes place when Jesus is around 30 years old right now, so far, season 2. And so the show takes place this episode takes place about 12, 13 years later after the period of the Chosen. And one of the characters that you'll see, and he's actually in the trailer, will make an appearance in season 3, and he is a significant character in the Gospels.
Mm-hmm. Very exciting. Last question, then I'm out of here. Jim B, will there be a deluxe CD/Blu-ray of season 2 like the 6-disc season 1?
Yeah, so right now, and you can get this right now at thechosengifts.com, www.thechosengifts.com. Yeah, I want to give you another chance to
That was terrible.
Why don't you just sing the jingle real quick?
www.thechosengifts.com.
Very nice.
Very trying to get my vibrato up.
Oh, hi, Alex. Thank you so much. Very kind of you from Utah. So the season 1 DVD and the season 2 DVDs are at thechosengifts.com right now. You can buy them in bundles. We really encourage gift giving so you can get huge discounts. I mean, right now, some of the bundles are like 30% off already. And then we give you another 20% off or even 25% off if there's teal on it. And that you can get like a huge discount so that you can give these as gifts. Now, what he's asking about is the special edition. So the special edition is coming early next year, which is going to have 6 discs. It's hard to say. 6 discs that has tons of extra content. Our biblical roundtables. We have a long interview, a conversation with the women of the Chosen, like Lada Silva and Vanessa and Liz, who play the female leads of the Chosen. We have one of the tons and tons of extra content along with commentary on the episodes that take you much deeper. So Stephanie asks, so anyway, yes, that will be coming eventually, but right now you can just get the DVD that just has the season on it. Stephanie asks, are you guaranteed a spot in the Feeding of the 5,000 if you pay it forward at $1,000, or is it a drawing? The answer is absolutely, you are guaranteed a spot for now. We will eventually have to soon, before the end of the year, no doubt, cut it off because we will have too many people. So yes, absolutely, you are guaranteed for now. As of now, a spot in the Feeding of the 5,000. We're not going to be doing a drawing. That would be cruel.
I had that same question when I also gave for the Sermon on the Mount, because I was like, I'm so white with such blue eyes and blonde hair. Like, would they actually take me? And yes, they do. So.
Yes, we just move you to the back.
Lots of makeup.
All of the people who have color in their skin, we try to bring them to the front to look a little bit more like first century.
Even though I snuck to the front.
Yeah, you are in that.
Past the extra.
Well, you had a thing on your head. It kind of hid your whiteness just a little bit.
Yeah.
So anyway, that were the most commonly asked questions.
Yeah.
What else, Kristen?
I was just going to do a little pop quiz. How much would this be off percentage wise?
20.
I'm just doing the pop quiz.
Yeah,
for
Julie,
Dallas.
let me
20.
answer because
Now, what about this shirt, Dallas?
Julie knows everything, so she can't help herself in answering it.
How
so
much
so this would be 20% off.
Yeah, I'm just doing pop quiz.
This would be 25%.
Now, what
off.
about this?
This would be 25% off also because it's got a bit of teal in it.
So even if there's a little bit of teal on it, you get 25% off. Very exciting.
Yes.
All
and
right.
so let's go do a very quick recap of what we're offering right now.
Okay.
So this is, you're holding the comic book.
The comic book. My question is this, what age group would this be for? Would you say?
So the style of it and the approach to it, you'll see, again, this first one, a little darker, it's a little darker in tone because when you walk into a comic book store, if you've ever been a parent who's done that, it can be kind of a dark place. So we're not changing the story at all. This is the show, but we're also wanting to, so that when you see it on the shelf of a comic book store, that it looks like something that you might actually be interested in.
Very good. Very good.
It's very cool.
Okay. Oh, here, you take that. Next one here. I'm really excited. I have the calendar from last year, so I'm very excited for it.
And
2022 calendar.
Julie, is this 20% off or 25 because it's got the teal in it?
That's a great
25%
question,
off.
Dallas. There you go.
Yeah.
25% off of the calendar. We've got the soundtrack.
Yeah, the season 2 soundtrack, which we keep losing. The season 2
Mhm.
soundtrack, which is on CD, and it's got the full-length version of Trouble. So you know the song Trouble that opens the show in each of the opening credits. The Dan Hasseltine and Matt Nelson, the composers, did a full-length version of that song, a radio length version of that song. That is available wherever you get your music on digital, and it's also on this CD if you still like CDs.
Beanies or toques.
No, it's a
Right
beanie.
here. Lots of fun colors. You want to get this?
Yeah, so that is the painting that is called what? You pop quiz.
It is called You Are Mine.
Yes, You Are
Mhm.
Mine.
There's
and it's
3
in
different sizes.
3 different sizes, 3 different styles of frames
Mhm.
that you can choose from. And you go to thechosengifts.com and you can get that painting
Yeah.
in your home.
Again, this is a beautiful shirt and it's super comfy t-shirt. There's a t-shirt, a long sleeve, and a hoodie.
Yes,
which
this is the one that
great.
says People Must Know, and it shows Mary and Joseph. And again, I wanted to tell you one of the reasons why you might be thinking I already have a gray chosen item, but the reason why we did gray again was just because we have to make sure there's enough for you, because the quantities are so limited that it's really hard to find. So we wanted to make sure that we got the gray.
I actually like it with the black quite a
Yeah.
bit. I think it's very like,
Yeah.
you know, both guys and girls probably both feel
Yeah.
very comfortable wearing it. Here's the puzzle. I lost a piece somewhere over there.
Oh, you did.
But it's
Oh, yeah.
it's a beautiful
What's cool about this puzzle is that the pieces are wood, like not cardboard, but like this is like did you
Mhm.
feel these earlier? They're like
Yeah.
thick and
Yeah.
like it's actually, and then it makes a nice
Yeah.
display.
I personally don't like puzzles. I don't have time for them, but most people I know love them.
Thanks, Kristen. Yes.
That was terrible.
No,
I'm
I get it.
sorry.
No, I get it. But this is actually like, this is really ultimately for display. And so you can see too, like
Yeah.
it comes with this little, this thing in the packaging, and then you open it up. A stand.
A
Thank you,
stand,
Julie.
yeah.
See, Julie knows everything. That's why she's here. And it comes with a stand so you can display it.
Great. I think that's it.
Yeah. Well, we've got puzzle count. Oh, yes. Thank you, Julie. Free shipping. Did you know that?
Yes.
From now until midnight on Tuesday, everything is free shipping. So you're getting 20% off, 25% off. On some things, you're getting even more than that.
Mm.
And the shipping is completely free.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
To just America or all over the world?
No, it's not. It's not free
just-
all over the world,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Eventually, hopefully, that would be
Well,
wonderful.
what we're working on, and you can
Mhm.
you help, but so Marla says is 1,000 for one person only to attend the feeding of 5,000.
Yeah.
Yes, but you will see the opportunity to add more people, and it's not $1,000 to get another one in your group. So it's much cheaper to add someone to your group. But we are working on developing relationships in all these other countries where we can get you our gifts much easier and cheaper. You can, if you are from another country, you can order items in the gift stores. Just the shipping is
Mhm.
expensive, unfortunately. But you can get it.
I would say now would be a great time to get your the gifts for Christmas for different friends and family. Shipping might be a bit backed up because of all the orders, so you might want to get them now so that you'll get them in time for Christmas.
Yes, that's the great
Yeah.
point. And by the way, if you're overseas too, because it's 20% off or 25% off, if it's got teal in it, it might make up for the shipping costs, you know?
Right.
The shipping delays are so significant that a lot of the major carriers are not guaranteeing shipments in time. If you wait too long until Christmas. So I'm not saying this just to like try to rush you because we want to make a sale. This really is true, that there will be a cutoff point where we can no longer guarantee it that you're going to get it in time for Christmas. And another thing is that we, unfortunately, coming around mid-December, are going to have to raise the prices on almost all of our items. And we've been told we were supposed to do that a long time ago. And I've had, the people who are in charge of handling our money have been saying, Dallas, you've got to do this. You've got to raise the price because the costs have gone up so significantly all over the world. And the manufacturing costs and the material costs have skyrocketed. And we haven't wanted to do that. And but unfortunately, we've reached that tipping point where at some point we're not even making enough profit that's going to help us do the show, and it's just it's no longer worth it. And so it's not going to be much. We're doing it very slowly and as small as possible, But in mid-December, we are going to have to raise the prices on most of our stuff. So Grandma Deb 100 says order now. Listen to Grandma Deb, because we are going to have to raise the prices about mid-December because we just can't. It's just getting too expensive.
Right. So when do the discounts end?
Good question, Kristen. The discounts end Tuesday at midnight. So midnight, I don't know what time zone. So just
Central.
Just don't wait that late. Just do it now. Get your free shipping now, because as you saw, we're already running out of certain items, like the teal hood. The teal beanie is sold out already because so many people are buying
Get them now.
Jeremy and Catherine, will there be any Black Friday specials this year? This is the Black Friday special. We are doing this in advance because we don't want you to wait until Black Friday. We want you to get it now because shipping. So from now until Tuesday night at midnight, free shipping, 20% off all items in the store, 25% off anything with teal. Diane says, thank you, Dallas, Amanda, cast and crew for making The Chosen. Love it so much. Praying for you always. Thank you, Diane. Appreciate that.
Did you mention what teal or what Tuesday is called? I don't think you even said what it's called.
Maybe once I mentioned, but Tuesday we're calling it
Teal Tuesday.
Because
it's The Chosen's version of Black Friday.
Yeah. Because we're not going to wait till Black Friday.
No,
because black is kind of a bummer color.
It is. Yeah.
We're going to do teal.
Go with
Julie. Julie got something else for us. Okay.
Oh,
The
I didn't
zip
even
up?
know we had that. I have to buy one.
Why don't you come back around? Do you want to be on camera, Julie?
Here, pass it over. Pass it over. Oh my gosh.
This is
dangerous. Oh.
This is my personal favorite zip up hoodie.
Wow. Let me put it on. Let me put it on.
Boy, you
Because it's too small for you.
do you want any more teal?
I know there's a lot of teal going on here. Here it is, everyone.
Oh my goodness, Mark Schultz. Thank you.
See here, we got The Chosen. Matches all the other teal.
Turn around real quick for the
Does it say?
for the logo.
Look at that.
That is
Look at that.
personally my favorite, and we sell out of these so fast normally. Like we'll go months without having them. And our wonderful wonderful partners, Brett Parker and his wife Stephanie, who do all of your shipping and manufacture. Well, not all your manufacturing, but all like kind of the what do you call it, Julie? What do they do? They fulfillment, yes. And they are even print, like they're the ones who printed these right now. They do it all. And they found a bunch of these teal zip ups and got them printed. And so I'm telling you, they go fast.
They're very cozy.
They're so comfortable and they're so beloved that they go fast. So that's going to be 25% off. People must know hoodies.
People must know. They're really cute and they're really comfy.
Yeah, this is
You
super
should
comfortable.
buy one.
20% off every single People Must Know hoodie. And you need to get it now, or t-shirt or long sleeve or whatever. And here's the reason why, because we want you to wear it to
the theater.
The theater.
Yes.
So from December 1st to the 10th, you can show up in this and we can proudly promote the People Must Know.
Man, I'm so glad I have a hoodie and a toque in the middle of Texas.
I don't
feel
know
like
what a
it's
toque
so
is, but
unnecessary.
it also
But
says, does this one say The Chosen?
there
on the
it is.
back?
There
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
The Chosen.
Anyway, that's it. Very
All right.
exciting.
Thank you, Kristen.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. All right. So to wrap everything up, thank you for coming tonight. And I hope you enjoyed the special scene from the episode and that you heard from all those amazing artists. I'm telling you, Christmas with The Chosen is going to be special. We have been shattering records. We don't do it for the records. We don't do it for the numbers. That doesn't matter to us, but it is a representation of just how much the show is impacting people. And we're going to be in theaters for 10 days because these theater chains saw how much we were selling so fast and said, we're going to change it from 2 days to 10. And they were that eager to get the show into theaters. And so many people in the industry have been saying, well, people won't come back to the theaters anymore because of COVID and the theater business is changing and people are only watching everything at home now. And you are proving that to be wrong. You are proving that with the right project, with the right product, with the right message, with the right story, people will come back to theaters. And I can't wait to see you there. So Phil Wickham and I will be there December 1st at Mansfield Cinemark in Texas. And then on December 2nd, I will be, along with my wife Amanda, at the West Plano Cinemark. So that's the West Plano Cinemark and XD is what it's called. But the West Plano Cinemark is going to be in theaters. I will be there personally for all of those screenings that night. So I will introduce them, and then afterwards I will be there to meet and greet you, get some pictures and all of that. Someone's asking, why is it rated PG-13? It's not officially formally rated PG-13. That might be something that's just a theater listing. But I would say it's if it's absolutely safe for anyone who's seen The Chosen. So if you believe your kids are old enough to see The Chosen, they absolutely are old enough to see Christmas with the Chosen, the Messengers. If you've seen that rating, it might be just because of the childbirth. I mean, we show you the birth of Christ, but it's done in a tasteful way. But it's intense. There's a lot of intensity in it. I would also say that just because it's a 2-hour special, all the music and all that stuff, might 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds might not be as excited about it, especially if they're seeing it in the evening and are getting a little tired. So, but there's nothing inappropriate in the episode or in the special. So thank you so much for being here tonight. Go check out thechosengifts.com, www.thechosengifts.com, 20% off everything in the store and 25% off everything that's got teal in it. And then make sure you've got this so that you wear it to the special in theaters. Remember, it is not your job to feed the 5,000. It is only your job to provide the loaves and fish. Good night.
Throw me like a stone in the water, watch the mud rise up. Dress me like a lamb for the slaughter, pour me in your cup. Should've known we'd bring trouble, and trouble gonna find you here. Trouble. I was one way when you found me.